Sam, you little drama. That was quite loud. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you gotta do another video on Mr. Beast. Algorithm sucker! They don't get any views anyway, so you know I'm not doing it for that. What are we doing here? You say tell stories and be authentic, and then you're putting Mr. Beast in the title, one hand, and then you got this with like money and the stuff in the title, or these like smile things, and then you're like saying one thing. Like, what's going on? Honestly, let me take this off. I don't know really either. But what I do know, I woke up this morning and I wanted to make this video. That's what I do know. We feel some energy and then we follow it and we use it to make a video, or or do something else. But in this context, make a video. Where am I going? I'm hyped today. I don't know, it's Christmas. Maybe I'm feeling kind of Christmassy. And you know what? We are in session. I don't know what that means. I look like a, Okay, so yesterday I woke up and saw that Colin and Samir had uploaded a documentary behind Mr. Beast's new Amazon series called Beast Games. That's what his thing's called. Colin Samir's thing is called The Making of Beast Games. It's like a behind the scenes documentary of the thing. And I was like working away in the morning with my cup of tea, watching it kind of in the background, But then I soon realized this documentary was really good. Hey! I liked it. I did. I liked it. I don't know why I'm shouting, but it was a really interesting insight into the behind the scenes of the biggest reality TV show ever. Not biggest as in like the best, because remember that's biggest and best are like two different things. Quality and quantity is different. I sometimes feel like the Beast team need to be reminded of that a little bit. So you know what we're gonna do. I did prefer this documentary to the last documentary they did about the Mr. Beast burger launch. To me, that felt very much like a timeline. This happened, then this happened, then this happened. And whilst this documentary was in like a chronological order, it just didn't feel like it. And I think that's because there were a number of key narratives that were running through the documentary. First of all, we had Jimmy.
I'm sitting on $5 million.
And really just his own sense of excitement around like leading this whole project.
Most expensive set in television history.
But he seems genuinely really passionate about numbers and growth and like the YouTube like stats and like bigger.
Yeah, how long that is.
Double it.
500 contestants.
Triple it kind of thing.
But you times it by 1,000, now it's 1.5 million.
Another theme running through the documentary was controversy.
Those contestants claiming the show didn't provide fair wages.
Naughty. Mr. Beast has been surrounded by controversy in the last, like all of this year already.
Are you willing to die for Mr. Beast?
I'm glad it was touched on in a few places in the doc.
Do you think I'm evil?
We might talk a bit about it later on. Another thing I thought was quite interesting to watch was the dynamic between like Jimmy and his sidekick guys.
How important are Tyler and like Klitzner and whoever else?
Everything. I mean, without them, this wouldn't be possible.
And to be honest, more actually the dynamic like between each other.
Yeah, do that. Okay, I'll do that, you do this.
I think when you have like a business this size, as you can imagine, like the ego thing.
We know everything!
Is real. And watching that play out in some way is interesting.
I like the idea.
I know what you're going for, that's why I'm not worried about it.
Then we've got Mac, who's a reoccurring character in the documentary.
Mac.
He's one of the directors. I think there was 3 directors, so you can see what I mean about the clashing thing.
You're the director on the floor, and I'm just gonna welcome to TV. Welcome, Mac.
Can I get a moment?
And this might be a bit of a reach, but to me, it felt like the story, like Mac's story arc in this documentary was about him trying to like, not trying to, but his like desire to be at the top.
Dude, I wish I could just say this shit.
And competing for it are 1,000
And in a few places, the filmmakers of this documentary kind of played on that a little bit. By the way, when I say filmmakers, I know there were other people involved other than just Colin and Samir. And so I'm just gonna say filmmakers. The credits are on screen now. Okay guys, when I filmed this, I did not realize quite how much David Gorvey was involved in the whole project. Look, directed by David Gorvey, lead editor David Gorvey. So throughout this video, when I say filmmakers and Colin, Samir, you know, I want to put David in that mix too. Great job, David. This new mix of, you know, the YouTube world coming into this traditional realm. And what does it look like when these two worlds collide together?
I just don't know how to do that.
That's fine, because I've got that. So
Great, that's what I need your help
Yeah,
with. So
yeah.
even with Jimmy, I need your help with that stuff.
There's a $5 million money pile, and there's a bit of a thing where they're not sure if it's real.
Is this real?
The money pile in itself kind of feels like its own character in this documentary. This was filmed during like a storm, and so there's like rain leaks and stuff. And so the challenges around that is kind of like weaved into the documentary.
Oh my God.
One of the main reasons, obviously, we're watching this is the mad numbers, Guinness World Records, more cameras, more people, more staff, more everything. That's interesting. And most importantly of all of this, these things here are not shown one after another. This is not like going through a list. These are merged together, which really helps us, you know, want to keep watching, because when we finish a little section, we, you know, want to find out how that story develops. So with that said, let's dive in. Okay, so we start with a bit of anticipation. Plucky strings.
4, 570, perfect.
Numbers, what do they mean?
Nervous, excited, ready to get this thing show on the road. Woo!
Is Jimmy ready? Jimmy's ready.
I love it. Is Jimmy ready? Yeah, Jimmy's ready. What's Jimmy ready for, you know?
Ready. Be ready.
I'm not taking the piss, by the way. It is, you know, it's good.
They're still insecure.
Drama.
What are we doing? There's a lot of bottlenecks. Can I get a moment?
Crazy, excitement, nervous, anticipation. What's happening?
This is crazy.
You see a pile of money. Countdowns. We love the countdowns.
That's an epic shot.
Mac.
Okay, so it's our first introduction of Mac.
Oh, he's captain. All right, Jim, good luck, dude.
Thank you.
And it's a good luck, but we don't know what for.
Thank you.
All right, Jim, get ready. And go!
Big drop.
I am so excited for this. Oh my
The
God!
drums.
This is gonna blow your mind.
But no one's ever done 1,000 competitors before.
The biggest show ever made in unscripted television.
The most insane shit I've ever done.
I don't know how you beat this.
I'll tell you how you beat this. Double everything. Huh? Bigger? Better?
Might be controversial, but are you okay with all the articles and stuff that was coming out?
Ooh. First mention of the controversy. And you know what? The way she said it was perfect. Are you okay with the controversy that's coming out? It's the perfect tone for the intro. The context changes a little bit later on, but we're gonna get to that. Well, it happens to all of us, don't worry.
We have two worlds that are sort of colliding. The base team that are very familiar with changing things on the fly. We know a thing or two about entertaining people. We are a much bigger, larger machine.
Can a crossover occur?
I guess we should probably do an intro for your video at some point too. Where I'm like, I'm sitting on $5 million of real money.
Okay, so since this beat has dropped halfway through this intro, we're learning more about what the documentary is about.
Money on one of the largest sets ever built.
You know, this is where stems are really important in these soundtracks. The guitar music has dropped down for Jimmy's talking here.
And I'm gonna give Colin and Samir
We've just got that bass beat.
access to show you how we brought this to life. All right, let's go. Yeah.
Really cleverly edited as well, between Jimmy saying, oh, we should do an intro, and this, what's it gonna be like? And then you cut in between the two, I like that.
Have fun. Okay. Let me know what you find.
Okay, I went the wrong way.
Okay, so we've got our like hypey intro, and that's finished now. Now I think we're gonna see Colin and Samir kind of give some broader context to it in a bit more of a casual way.
I'm not sure. All right, we just got to Toronto, and we are about to head to the set of Beast Games. And we've been talking to Jimmy about this ever since he announced it on our show back in like February or March of this year.
We were doing a streaming show, and yeah, we're doing one with Prime.
This is like one of the...
Why is everything called Prime? Like, Prime the drink, Prime the streaming service, Prime the fucking delivery service, I don't know.
Those historic moments in the creator economy. The fact that a YouTuber, a kid who started making videos in his room just into his webcam, has now been given a massive budget to make one of the largest reality competition shows ever.
I'm sorry, but the logo, I've got a comment on the logo. I know this was like the original logo from when they started, so is it like a bit of a thing where it's like, look, we can get right to the top with this shitty logo? Like, wouldn't this like look better maybe without the logo and then just Beast Games with the Thunderbolt in the A? Peace and love. Peace and love.
In the past, creators and traditional media have tried things, but it's never really worked.
If this flops, then people are gonna be like, yeah.
I love the plonky music. Plonk, 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 plonk. Where do you guys find this stuff? I can't seem to find anything like this.
The YouTubers aren't capable of, making it on streaming platforms, and people are gonna go, if Jimmy couldn't make a hit show, what makes you think you can?
That's a good point. And, it can only really be a good thing if this is a hit show for the creator space.
Since then, they actually started production on episode 0, which is going to go on his YouTube channel. And that production was met with a lot of controversy.
Mr. Beast is being sued by contestants on his new reality competition.
5 of those contestants claiming the show didn't provide fair wages or even bare minimum legal working conditions.
So the mix of all the controversy that was in the headlines mixed in with this historical moment for the creator economy, we were like, we just absolutely cannot miss this production.
So it's gonna be myself, Samir, and David from our team. We're gonna be running around documenting all the behind the scenes of the next 4 days with Mr. Beast at Beast Games.
Here's what I think. I think if there has been accusations of bad conditions on set, that it can only be a good thing that someone is there to document the behind the scenes process. Okay, so that really is like our setup to the whole story finished. I am gonna skip some bits out because I don't really want this being like an hour long video. It's like nearly an hour and a half.
Like everybody knows.
Obviously, if you wanna watch the full documentary, you know where to go.
Oh, come on in.
Papa squad.
So after tower build, and we eliminate X amount of people, we're at 600 total. The whole game is to get down to 500. When 500 gets down, the big doors open and they all leave, right? So you're basically bribing people to eliminate other people.
So you're just like some guy 5 rows over you've never talked to just randomly says you're out. No, you feel like shit and you're just like, oh,
Should have took the $1 million.
I just want whoever wins, people to be like, they earned it, not like,
Isn't that so interesting though? Because we judge Jimmy and Mr. Beast on these episodes and on his videos. And I just find it really interesting that like, you might watch it and be like, oh, he thinks it's good that it's just like potluck. But when you see behind the scenes, sometimes he's actually like, well, actually, I don't think that's very good. And I think it just goes to show, you kind of like, to be getting out this much content and doing this much stuff, you do have to let go of some things. And everything is not gonna be exactly how you want it.
I do think there's a social element to it. Like, you have to convince somebody, dude, I got your back.
As long as we make villains in this part, I'm happy with it. So I'll look at it again. I'm not too worried about that.
Something skill-based would make me.
Yeah, but I also want it to be something that literally brings a person to the front.
What is this energy? There's some awfully tight trousers.
And they do something that's very villain-esque. That's what I want.
Which I like the idea.
I know what you're going for. That's why I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
We'll just mark it down and we'll go to town.
Do you remember earlier on when I was talking about the ego thing?
We'll just mark it down and we'll go to town.
Can we go look at the platform set? I want to show them it.
Mr. Beast, whatever. What is it with you and putting your feet on desks? It's like whoever gets lowest in their chairs wins £1 million. Yeah, ask them if they want to move on or get money. I love this percussion.
I'm kind of surprised that they don't know what some of the challenges are going to be yet. It's like 3 days until they film the first episode.
So the line that Colin's saying is they don't know what the challenges are going to be yet, and the visual is Jimmy looking up going, You get how the Jimmy's emotion is matching what Colin is saying.
Was it surprising to you?
Yeah, that was quite surprising. But chaos never hurt anyone. I honestly really think that like a lot of Jimmy's controversy stuff is maybe just taking on too much at one time.
And a couple other shows they work on combined. 1,000 platforms.
That is mad. Mad scenes. Remember?
Oh my god. These, like, you could actually fall through this.
Yeah, this is a trap door. It'll open up, you can fall like 8-10 feet. It's pretty scary. Here's an open one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'd love to try that. You want to jump in? I don't know how to get
I
out.
wouldn't know how you'd get out. Maybe tomorrow. Like, just point the camera down that row.
Crazy.
Bro, what? It's like with the wiring and everything and labor and setup is only like $1,500. But you times it by 1,000, now it's 1.5 million.
Fuck, you know. Yeah. He loves bigger, better, more.
How important are Tyler and like Klitzner and whoever else?
Oh, everything. I mean, without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Jimmy's saying this wouldn't be possible without them, so they must be like leading up this operation. They're involved. They are the guys that are the sidekick guys.
They're just amazing. None of this was here a month ago. We just sprung this up out of nothing. But there'll be 50 people per house. So they'll be able to get to know each other, camaraderie, that kind of stuff at night. And then as they get eliminated, we'll take beds out. They'll have more space.
That's gonna be 50 people in one place. Fuck, you know. Stinky.
But it'll be a really cool shot the first night.
So he's still smiling. It's funny how like different his perspective of a really cool shot is to mine. You know, his really cool shot is like 50 people sleeping in one small space. My idea of a cool shot is like something to do with like the camera angle, or you know, something that looks nice in frame to do with the composition.
Isn't she beautiful?
Still smiling.
You ever think you'd have a set this big?
Heck no. It's wild.
Even when he's talking, he's smiling.
Are you willing to die for Mr. Beast? That is the question that many are now asking.
Okay, so in the YouTube world, Philip DeFranco, we know who he is. He's been on YouTube for a while, and he's addressing some of the controversy.
Major outlets like the New York Times, as his Beast Game show is getting hit with controversy after controversy from seemingly every direction.
He did try to do what he can. I do feel people are painting it that he did this like maliciously.
Mr. Beast's team,
Yeah, I do personally think he is not doing this stuff maliciously.
I don't know. I gotta figure out what we're doing.
So many
people just think, I don't know.
Do you think I'm evil?
No, I don't think you're evil. I think you're,
Okay, there is nothing that gets my gears going more than a comment, or at least a top comment, saying, oh my God, this is such a nice, authentic moment, when the scene is very possibly set up in some way. You know, like those videos where someone goes, I traveled 3,000 miles across the world to see my girlfriend, and all the comments are like, oh my God, that's so authentic, that's true love, but actually it's just like for YouTube and views. Wrong video. And like, I don't even mind it in this scenario, you know, that's fine. It's like, it makes, you know, of course, the filmmakers of this documentary might very well have had to say to Jimmy, you know what, Jimmy, there's a lot of controversy at the moment, about you at the moment, and we've got to cover it in our doc. Can we have a little chat about it? Maybe you don't want to do a formal setup interview thing. Let's just hear something from you about it. And Jimmy goes, okay, let's do that. You know, it is possible. I'm not saying it's what happened, I'm just saying it's possible. And that's okay, you know, that's fine. Working with cameras is difficult. You know, to capture a moment, you do have to have a big camera with a red light on the front of it. And that's kind of obvious, so it is hard to capture authentic moments. Now, the opinion opposing that scenario, because again, like I say, I don't know what happened, is the fact that Samir is holding a camera and moves from pointing it away from Jimmy to pointing towards Jimmy. Now, I do think if this was a fully set up scene, I don't think Samir would be holding the camera. I think they would have said, you know, Samir, maybe you put your camera down, Colin or David will capture this from over there. Just because by holding a camera, you know, it does look a little less authentic. And, you know, it does look a bit like here that Samir is like, oh shit, Jimmy's saying something about the controversy, that I need to capture him saying this, so I'll point the camera towards him. Perhaps not knowing that Colin or David is filming over there. And that's a really tough call for Samir, because if Jimmy's about to open up and he doesn't know that it's being captured over there, then he's probably thinking, oh, I need to capture this somehow. And, you know, it is hard doing that because Jimmy's looking at Samir, and meanwhile, Samir's pointing a camera at him. So Jimmy's kind of, you're subconsciously saying to each other, hey man, you know, we're having this little chat here, let's keep it chill, and, you know, maybe we'll capture some of this. What I probably would have done if I was in Samir's shoes, I mean, I don't know what I would have actually done, but what I like to think I would do is maybe put the camera on the table and keep it rolling, so that Jimmy feels like he's not being recorded and he can talk openly, and at least you'll get, and I don't know if he's wearing a mic or not, it doesn't sound like Jimmy is, but at least you'll capture the audio from the camera. But yeah, tricky situation, but yeah, just some notes around that scene because of that comment.
No, I don't think you're evil. I think you're different. But I don't think you're evil. I think you're one of the more unique humans I've ever met. But I don't think you're evil.
I got one first.
Maybe that was a bit unfair, Sam. I actually quite like Samir. I think he's a cool dude. This is really, really complicated because there's a lot of things going on here. Okay, so Colin and Samir have been working with Jimmy for years. For years, sorry, not for 4 years. Well, it probably is about that. Doing multiple interviews and documentaries. And like most of the top videos on their channel are videos related to Jimmy. Would Colin and Samir exist in the capacity that we know them today if it wasn't for Mr. Beast? I don't know. I really hope so, but I'm not sure because he has brought so many eyes to the channel. You know, as much as I hate that fact, they probably hate it too. It's probably true. There's no denying that Jimmy has had a huge impact on the Colin and Samir YouTube channel. And so in this moment, we do have to call a spade and remember that it is in Samir's best interest to get along with Jimmy. You know, which I don't even blame him for. You know, they've got staff and rent to pay. You know, I remember him saying that their rent for their office space was $16,000 a month. $16,000 a month. That's a lot, and that's just the rent. So I kind of get it. Now, on the question of is Jimmy evil, I really need to go for a wee first. I can probably The definition of evil is profoundly immoral and wicked. Sick film, by the way. I personally don't think he is profoundly immoral. I don't think he actively sets out to hurt anyone. I think he wants to make the biggest and best videos possible. I think that's what he really cares about. Having said that, I do think there is a deeper question around whether or not it's immoral to say, you know, ask someone to go into consolidatory? Ask someone to go into consolidatory confinement for $10,000 a day and they can leave whenever they want. Like personally, I would hate being in there, but I would push as hard as my body physically and mentally can to earn as much money as possible. And so seeing my body go through that is the story element and the part that's supposed to make it kind of entertaining. So to me, it's kind of like preying on people's needs and like, you know, poking them with a stick and kind of saying, you know, dance and I'll pay you a bit. For me, there's something weird like in that example, but I don't think it's malicious. I just think maybe not like thought all the way through. Many of you will disagree. A lot of people will be like, dude, you can leave whenever you want. You know, if you don't like it, just stand up and go. And it's $10,000 a day. Shut up, Sam. New storyline. Storm.
That's the whole point, right? Is that you're facing here and I'm facing the other side.
Okay, so no one's walking through this.
No one's walking through this. So where are these carpets?
Let's go to have you.
Back away. Thank you. Oh my god.
Team right now is just reacting to the...
That's interesting because it's like a real side to like, you know, when you watch this stuff on Amazon, you're not thinking about the water leaks in the ceiling and all the delays and complications that are around that.
I was just reacting to the leaks that are happening from this.
You know I love reality behind stuff. That's what these breakdowns are for, and yes, fan of that.
Ceiling. As you can see, there's one right here on the set. It's supposed to rain for the next couple days, so I imagine this is going to be a consistent problem.
Fuck, a lot of water. I know exactly what that's like. We're due a bathroom renovation in our house really badly, and let's just say the seal around the bath is not that strong.
Oh, Jason. Can you show Colin and Samir around?
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to the camera rooms. These are...
Bit of camera tech, you know? Remember? So this is mad scene stuff. Numbers, big cameras, expensive.
Alexa Mini LFs. It's gonna make Jimmy look really pretty.
Oh, that's pretty good quality.
The Alexa is like the dream camera, right? It's the Rolls Royce of cameras, and we have 43 of them here, which is...
I love this beat in the background. Guys, if you do comment on this video, please, the one thing, can you let me know where you get these beats from? They're just like really stripped back, you know? There's not like a fucking massive chorus and guitars and all this stuff. It's just like...
unheard of. When I walked into our camera room, it was pretty surreal. I actually had a moment. I was like...
And you guys probably going, yeah, but Sam, there's loads of drum beats on stuff out there. There is, but whenever I look for it, it's always like, you know...
All right, this is crazy. No one's ever done this before.
If he had his way, every YouTube video would be filmed on a camera like that. 100%.
So why is it not?
It just looks too high quality. I kind of want things to feel a little more amateur on our channel. But I mean, maybe after the show, my mind changes. We'll see.
Have you guys ever worked?
Yeah, I get it. You know, of course, like having a smaller setup and something that's easier to manage, you can capture maybe like more authentic moments, or you know, it's easier to run around with, stuff like that. And obviously, that stuff is more important than something being, I don't know, shot in whatever and with a massive lens and all this stuff. A camera has a use case, and bigger is not always better.
So we're 2 days out from filming this episode, and we just met the art director, and she's painting the boxes. Like, they are still in progress right now.
That, for some reason, like gives me anxiety. You know, it gives you that feeling of like you're just about to shoot something and you're there like painting something when you've got to roll in like a few hours.
You guys guarding the money?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Oh. Is it real money?
Yes.
Oh, this is real money.
Yeah.
So what happens? Like, let's just say somebody runs up, like Colin runs up, grabs that, starts running. What happens next?
Well, we won't get very far, and we'll get the money back from Colin here.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Is this like nerve-wracking at all?
I don't know, David. Reason he should be nervous? Should he be nervous? Yeah. Should he be nervous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right here.
I think this is really good filming from Samir, to be honest, like making a scene happen and asking questions.
So right here, that's $10,000. So.
Are there 1,000 stacks of $1,000?
What would that equal?
1,000 times 1,000.
This is insane.
Yeah.
They are building all the parts of the set in here. Wow. Look at all those tools.
This is a YouTube set.
See, it's just a hi-hat and a snare.
No. These are all different props. Bunch of red balls. What?
Red balls. Maybe that's why the guy was holding a red ball.
What's in there? This is a whole other set.
Wow.
Okay, so this is just more of the mad scale stuff. Notice how this is all being intertwined.
I wouldn't want to be in charge of filming all of this.
So Colin says here, I wouldn't want to be in charge of filming all of this. Which I can totally understand. This seems stressful as hell. Imagine it, guys. Imagine a thing where you don't actually want to be at the top. You don't actually want to do that stuff. You're happy making, you know, other things that you accept aren't going to be the biggest and best thing in the world.
I suppose I just wanted to...
I don't know why I love a meeting scene. I love it. It's just like, you can really get into the weeds of like the dynamic and what they're saying.
To get my head a bit around like your process and how I can fit into that, and how I can set things up so that you can walk in the happiest that you can be.
Okay, so here we've got Kate, the Amazon professional director lady.
I guess like the easiest way to describe it is I'm like Jimmy. I'm the closest thing to like what he's thinking. So my goal is...
Okay, so this guy is like Jimmy, basically. The chain is... And another red ball? What's with these red balls everywhere?
When I get on set, I try to like handle all the little problems that I think he would solve.
His balls are getting bigger each time we see him.
I want to.
The red balls I'm talking about.
Before he comes on set, because in his mind he's like a director in his own way.
The chain is what's the word?
So he goes, I want the shot to look like this, and I want it to feel like this. We talk about feelings all the time.
Bold. It's like, you know, whoa. I don't know why. It's like, fucking hell. It's right there.
And so, skill-wise, I'm not sure how to get the feeling I want to get. Like a lot of this camera stuff, I'm just not skilled at this. Like this is my biggest insecurity. Is the thing when we talked about doing a show, the thing I kept telling him was I don't know how to film it the way I'm supposed to film.
Fair enough. Do you know what, Tyler? Good on you for like just saying, you know what, I don't know this stuff. That's cool. I respect that.
Supposed to film it. I just don't know how to do that.
That's fine because I've got that. It's all
Great.
good.
That's what I need your help with. So even with Jimmy, I need your help with that.
That one hurt a little bit. She says, that's fine because I've got that. And he says, that's cool because that's what I need your help with. Where's the hierarchy one? Who's the director here? And you got the guy in the background who just doesn't really give a fuck.
That's where we're gonna run into the only issue I see. Everything else, it's like it's gonna be the best show ever. Like that's not a problem.
Yeah.
The virality's there. I know people are gonna love it. I know how to build hype to it. I know that stuff. That's like our bread and butter. But how to capture it?
The best show. It's gonna be the best show ever. How do you define best? When, for the love of God, can we on YouTube please, like, say to ourselves that more views, more subscribers does not mean better content. Beast Games can have the biggest audience in the world, the biggest numbers, break records, all that stuff. I don't see it getting nominated for an Oscar. I mean, that feels like a bold statement to make, but I mean, do you disagree with me? Is that wrong? Fuck, imagine it does now. Oh, no. Do you know what? Fuck the Oscars. Justice for Leo.
All right, so up here, it's like offices, just like
I like your jacket, Samir.
any other office, but there's so many people here.
Goes with that
working on
wall colour.
different things. I don't know if I'm supposed to be whispering or not, but it has that vibe.
I could also, I mean, I'm sorry.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that works, right?
Listen, at the moment, one of the hardest things is working in what is the Beast way, which is treating everything like a live event. Just this week, we had 800 people on set just on one particular day. So any change that comes at any point to the production, all of the information needs to get through to all 800 people. We want Jimmy and his entire team to be able to do everything that they normally do, just on a scale this big.
I do think that's where Prime have maybe succeeded in doing this merge thing. I know that like Netflix, allegedly, I don't know, some other streaming service, approached Jimmy and maybe like they wanted to have more influence than Mr. Beast team wanted to give away, whereas Amazon were apparently very open to anything the way they wanted to do it, which is brave, but they have proven themselves online, so try it out, you know? What accent was that?
Two worlds kind of collide. There's so many different things happening here on this set. This is like the biggest production the Mr. Beast team will ever do. But at the same time, they're still uploading YouTube videos. So while all of this is happening, they just uploaded this video.
You don't get all of this without that.
How you doing, man?
Lovely. Video, I think it's a 6 out of 10. It's doing fine. I mean, it's a 7 days video. People have seen it, so the usual. On the spectrum of YouTube to traditional television, are we going to be here? Are we going to be here? Are we going to be here? You don't really, well, like season 2 will be so much easier, but right now, because we've never done it before, we kind of have to leave the door open in editing. It's definitely going to be because even like somewhere to the right of our normal videos. It's just how far towards traditional.
Yeah, it's fair to say. Who knows how far it will be. One episode is out and I've watched it all. It's like weird, isn't it? It's like, I can't stop watching it, but it's not like it's extraordinary. It's like interesting to watch, but like, I wouldn't say the storytelling is that clever, you know? And it's just like, you're just kind of blown away by the number of people and like the money and like the emotions of people just like losing all this money or gaining money. Like I remember Jimmy saying in an interview that he didn't like one of the scenes in the Squid Games Netflix show.
But then there would just be like 25 minutes of them just in the bunk bedroom and nothing really progressed. And, you know.
But I thought that was really good because it was really drawing me into the characters. That's what gets us human beings, invested in a series is the characters and their journey. But in Jimmy's like rule book, it's, it's quick. It's let's give away $1 million. Let's drop a car on them. But what do I know, Look at the fucking view count. So don't listen to me.
So the power has gone out in the hangars due to the storm.
Storm?
Production has been stopped for safety. Storm is causing some problems. Definitely causing some
I'm
problems.
enjoying this. I'm only 15 minutes in. Oh, fuck. Da-na-na-na-na. That sounds like Arctic Monkeys. Da-na-na-na-na.
All right, it is Sunday. What day is it?
Good morning. 24 hours. Whoa.
A lot of bees.
A lot of bees this morning.
Today.
That's going to be the next controversy. Multiple bee stings on set cause mass panic.
Today it's like final meetings, final touches, and the good news is the rain stopped.
Storm storyline over.
I wonder what the vibe's gonna be like today. You have to imagine probably a little tense.
Yeah, I think it's gonna ramp up.
Day before the biggest shoot in television history.
You also have rival crews right now in terms of creative.
Saying rival crews like it's West Side Story. It's like they're all part of the same crew. It's not, I don't think it's like West Side Story.
I don't know what West Side Story is. Rival crews though, I think that kind of links into our sidekick guys and traditional. We've got this little who's directing hierarchy thing going on.
Pleasure to meet you, man. I get told that I'm your lookalike.
Really? You guys do look similar.
Maybe he'll be a Colin stand-in at like parties and stuff.
Which room are they in?
If we do 5 at a time, it's going to take you like 6 hours.
Okay.
So let's not do 5 at a time. We can do like 10 at a time.
Yeah, if you want to bring in 10. I just want to say hi to some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
They're really cool.
Okay.
They're really cool guys.
Hey, you guys would have a seat here. All right.
I got to admit, it's nice of him to take the time to meet everyone. It's probably a bit of a subtle meet me and please don't sue me for anything. No, it's not. It's not.
I have a question. It might be controversial, but are you okay with all the articles and stuff that was coming out?
Oh. Are you okay with it? Are you okay with the articles and stuff that's coming out? So she went there.
She was lying. But I was just asking.
What did she say?
She was lying. But I was just asking.
She was lying, the bitch.
But I was just asking, are you okay?
Oh. She meant it like, are you okay? Are you okay with the accusations and stuff that's coming out? Not like, are you okay with it? You know what I mean? They're two different things.
Well, obviously.
We all do it, Jimmy, don't worry.
There was a lot of things not true. Like they're saying there's broken bones. They're saying we're paying people hush money.
We agree. We did see about it.
I mean, what did you think about the articles?
I mean, I thought first off, we're not gonna say nothing, no way. And two, I just thought it was really ridiculous.
It was disappointing for sure because we knew that wasn't the case.
Right. Also, it seems like look, people want to make a stink, but.
Yeah, I kind of, I get it. I think when there's so many people and there's like a high number, like thousands, there was 2,000 people, I think in this, contestants. There are gonna be a few disgruntled people, There's probably gonna be a few disgruntled people at me saying that. So, but it's just the way it is. We can't all like everything.
I live in Vegas, so I literally was seeing there was so many people talking about it and everything, and it was like I wanted to say so much, but I'm like, I just want to comment on everything. We were ready to defend you, bro. Like, come on.
You had a good experience?
Yeah.
He's almost a little shocked there, isn't he? He's like, wait a minute, you guys had a good experience?
I did. I understand. I had a great experience. I lost 10 pounds.
She lost 10 pounds. I don't know how long they were there for, but.
Thank you. Just know we got your back, man.
Thank you.
We got your back. Yeah, see, that part of me kind of makes me feel a bit weird. You know, he's a billionaire. We got your back.
Jimmy, how's it going? Hi, welcome back.
I'm such a big fan.
Do you know what? Filming that many people must be quite hard. Like for the filmmakers making this doc, it must be like, because you don't want to miss that moment. You know, you don't want to miss the moment someone asks a question that is like you want to put in the doc. So what do? Do you film everything? Film the whole conversation of all of them? Probably.
It's been a lot better than Vegas.
Like
so much better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, not everything went perfect in Vegas, which obviously is unacceptable.
So no more cold oatmeal, right?
No, well, actually, I don't know.
Okay, so this guy here is kind of on the opposing side. He's saying that it's so much better this time around than it was in Vegas. And I think in Vegas, I don't think it was like Amazon backed. So it wasn't like, it was a Mr. Beast production, not an Amazon Prime production. And clearly this contestant feels that this time around it's so much better. Just to quote him, he went so...
It's been a lot better than Vegas.
And hopefully his oatmeal isn't cold this time.
I've so far met with 200 contestants. I'm gonna go meet with the other 800.
Damn, that was only 200.
I met 1,000 contestants over 10 hours. You know, that kind of thing. Jimmy, if you do it, loop me in.
This is Jimmy on the money.
Yes, another meeting.
I'm gonna scream here. I'm gonna get you hype, all right? Ready? It's gonna be like this volume. All right. Welcome to the first episode of the Beast Games.
Breaking news, guys. We have a YouTube video with a table on it from a top YouTuber without a bottle of Prime on it. Yes!
And the camera flies out, and then the set turns on, and then the fucking cubes go like a...
It's good sound effects, Mac.
That should be so fucking sick. Walking into this giant room are 1,000 contestants. And by the end of this show, one of them will win this $5 million cash prize. And of course, we've designed some of the most...
Look at that stance. Look at that. I haven't got the muscles Mac's got, but you know, you can't see it, can you? Fuck.
Psychological, emotional, death-defying challenges of any show ever. Now, what do we describe the challenges as? That's not too far. I don't know what this line is.
The challenges you're gonna have to endure are extreme.
Ooh,
physical.
Extreme. That's a good idea.
Physical.
Physical. This is good.
Psychological.
Psychological. Whoa. This is breaking new ground, guys.
Most of the cool words aren't taken.
We need a third word. Extreme, emotional.
Excruciating is not crazy.
Excruciating? That's
excruciating challenges.
You know what this is giving me vibes of? You know that scene in The Office when Jim and Dwight are like talking about...
Could be 1 month, could be 2 months.
When there could be like, the end of the world could be.
3 months. Could be. 4 months. I can see that happening.
Is that just me or...
We have 3 E's. I mean, that's a triple E alliteration, I guess. Dude, I wish I could just say this shit. It's so sick. Over the next 30.
Mac's climbing his way up that ladder. Who knows? Maybe he'll, you know, take the crown one day. Be the next Mr. Beast. Be Mrs. Beast. Maybe they get married. Anything can happen.
We'll call them police.
Do you want to get?
I wanted.
I love that. I love a good old American. You know what I mean? So, especially with the chain on, it just looks, yeah. Sit. The more the documentary goes on, the more I like him.
I want to just practice the shot. I don't want to just sit in the office and talk about it. But we can do it if you want.
Well, I mean, we can go practice the shot, but in order to get any leeway with these people, we need Kate.
Yeah, let's get Kate, and then let's go literally grab a drone and go practice the shot.
It's our first day of rehearsals, and I have a briefing to do with 43.
I can't help but see this difference in like professionalism between the YouTubers and the shiny prime people. So, I mean, look at Kate. She looks so together. She's like in the back of this car, like being taken somewhere to go and do her directing thing. Meanwhile, in the scene before, you've got Mac and Tyler like with this, you know, eating a takeaway, you know, in these chairs, just kind of like with stuff everywhere.
I have a briefing to do with 43 handheld cameras and 8 robo-operators, and
she seems like she's got her shit together, you know?
Just need to get the information out to everybody, so it's a day of imparting information and then letting everybody get used to their
You look at all these people sat upright at a table.
roles.
Wait, has someone got their feet up?
And added to that, there's a storm coming.
Storm?
Good times. It's going to be great.
Have you directed something like this before?
Nobody has directed something like this before.
Kate, shut that shit down. Nobody has directed shit like this before. Okay, she didn't say shit.
There's 1,000 people. There hasn't been a reality show with 1,000 contestants before, so a little bit of pressure.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
No, don't even go there. I'm not answering that. But now I'm going to get out of the car. Let's go.
Is like the writing and the blocking that you guys are doing for like a normal video.
You'll see a difference. Like the YouTube video is going to feel more like a YouTube video, but
Okay, fuck. This bit. Oh, God. I think I died a little bit when I saw this.
the whole point is the back end of the YouTube video, it should feel more like a show. Like it should start to feel a little bit different. It should slow down a little bit. You should almost get like a taste of what you would expect here, because I think the only thing people will think is that we're not professional enough to do the same caliber as a show. Yeah. And so I want to show that on YouTube.
I have a message to those people.
Tell them.
Oh, God, Mac, you're killing me. I think Tyler just made quite a good point about people's perception and that maybe YouTube people aren't professional enough to pull it off and all that kind of thing. You know, which I do think there is some truth to that.
Mac.
Let me tell you something, traditional media. We know a thing or two about entertaining people. We're actually the best in the world. We get a Super Bowl audience every time we make a YouTube video. We know everything!
Hey, we're gonna cut all that.
Oh, make that the intro.
That's actually the thing that you should put out there. The thing that these TV people know how to do really well is make really big sets.
This is that thing. This is the thing of more views means better somehow. I don't get that.
We know a thing or two about entertaining people. We're actually the best in the world.
We're the best in the world. Oh, about entertaining people. Oh, God. And Tyler was actually talking about professionalism. He wasn't even talking about views and like knowing everything. Professionalism, views, different things, Mac.
We're actually the best in the world.
We're the best in the world. Because the views are highest, right? Is that what he means? The more views, the better you are. Is that what he's saying? You know, I'm just checking.
We get a Super Bowl audience every...
Okay, yes, you do get a Super Bowl audience. But I'm willing to bet that Rihanna is not gonna show up for a halftime show in the middle of a Mr. Beast video. Just because you shoot Jesse James, it doesn't make you Jesse James. Mac, there is other things outside of numbers, which is weird because I made a video about you a while ago and you said you didn't care about any of that stuff, so.
All the YouTube experts say a video won't do well because of graphs and retention and all of these things, but I disagree.
I think the Beast thing is maybe going to your head a little bit.
Hey, we're gonna cut all that.
Oh, make that the intro.
That's actually the thing that you should put out there. The thing that these TV people know how to do really well is make really big sets, and they understand how to film.
So immediately Tyler's like, yeah, we don't know how to do that. These guys help us with that. Which isn't what Mac just said.
We know everything!
I like Tyler now.
This room is probably the most experienced show crew ever assembled. That's the truth.
Do you want to walk over there and talk to him?
Yeah. I think
Mac's going to come over there and talk to him.
I think
So you guys
they're
know we
gonna
haven't
try
got
to run it.
contestants tonight, you know that, don't you? So we can't,
But I thought Mac knows everything.
do this whole move tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't look like you knew that, mate.
We might as well do a practice though.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Just so that we're on the same page.
Do you want to put? Have you got a headset?
I got nothing. I probably only need to talk to you, right? You're like the. What's sneaky?
I can do it.
Yeah, you know how to do everything. I'm like a.
Oh, so now she knows how to do everything. I mean, I'm confused, Mac. Is it you know how to do everything? Does you know how to do everything? What's going on here?
I don't know how to do this yet.
You're the director on the floor, and I'm just going to.
Welcome to TV. Welcome, Mac.
I can't help but think that the filmmakers have purposely done this a little bit, you know? Because this scene is right after Mac's like, he's got his big ego moment. He's like, we know everything. And then there's like this awkward little interaction where he's like, you do know that, right? He's like, yeah. I can't help but think that was intentional. And maybe this is our story arc of Mac throughout this documentary.
Yep, I'm gonna agree with that.
And if we put $1 million, cash on,
and we get the funny little look there, you know, the little oh, these YouTube guys, eh?
on the stage, we're not going to have room for all of the people that.
Can I get a moment? Yeah, thanks.
Just got kicked out of the control
room
because the directors wanted to chat.
Are they the directors? Mac the director? Maybe I guess there can be multiple directors. That's fine. I mean, I don't know how to make this shit.
After Mac came in and asked them about the shot that they were trying to plan. So that's a first. We have not been asked to leave any rooms, so must be getting a little bit tense if they're asking us to leave.
Ooh, yeah. Get the YouTube guys out. Okay, I just want to highlight a little bit of something to you guys. When I think about this whole section that we've just watched, right? To me, it really feels like a kind of a flow, a key storyline flow, okay? And you might not really like feel it necessarily when you watch it, but it's been edited like this for a reason. Okay, so scene 1, we've got Mac and Tyler and Sean. Sean's eating in that scene, but you know, Mac and Tyler are talking and they're running through ideas and how they're gonna shoot something, and it ends with Mac going, we need Kate to do that. Can we get Kate? You know, the energy of the scene is very kind of YouTube-y, you know, Mac's on his phone reading stuff out. That's fine, but you know, I'm just saying what it is, you know, it's kind of like this chill kind of vibe. Scene 2, we hear from Kate, having Mac just mentioned her name. Kate is in the car being driven somewhere, all very professional, all very serious. We see other people having a meeting, all these big people, you know, serious people around a table, all looks very professional and proper. Scene 3, we have the guys walking somewhere. Now, this might have not been filmed at this exact time, you know, but in our heads, it feels like they're walking to go and meet Kate. Because the last thing we heard from Mac was, you know, let's go get Kate, we need Kate. And the YouTube guys are walking, they're not being driven in the fancy car. It's on this walk that Mac tells us, we know everything.
We know everything!
We're the guys. You know, this is our message to traditional media.
Let me tell you something, traditional media.
This is our message to Kate. In a way, because Kate, it does represent the traditional media here. You know, she is from that Amazon Prime world. That is some passion from Mac. You know, he really feels this, he believes this. And then in the very next scene, you know, we've got Mac and Kate together in the control room, and Kate telling Mac, you do know that that you can't do what you want to do here, don't you?
So you guys know we haven't got the contestants tonight, you know that, don't you?
And then in Mac's response, he kind of like looks like, yeah, I knew that. Yeah. And then putting on his headset, he's like, he says to Kate, oh, you know, I don't need you though, right? You know everything. You know, you can help me on this, right?
Yeah, you know how to do everything. I'm like a.
It kind of like feels the very opposite of this guy that we've just seen in the last scene, admitting to knowing everything. And then finally, the YouTube doc filmmakers told to get out of the room.
Can I get a moment?
Yeah. It's like the final nail in the coffin. Mac, know your place. Colin, get out. You know what I mean? And to me, I think the filmmakers know this, you know? I mean, look at this sequence. It's like these scenes happened one after another. this isn't like random. This is clever filmmaking, I think, and bravo. Bravo, boys. Woo! Wait, there's one more thing. You just got to imagine how long, you know, Kate and Mac and, you know, that scene in the control room, how long was Colin filming for before that scene happened, you know? You know, it's not like you just press record and then boom, there's the perfect scene and then you end it. Oh, that's done. Colin could have been filming for 10 minutes. And 10 minutes isn't even that long, but it feels like quite long when you're holding a camera. This stuff is crafted and picked out from a lot of footage. Don't think that this just kind of lands on your lap and you can just, oh, it's all perfectly laid out. No, no, no. This is like, yeah. This is hard to do, hard to figure out. Many conversations had about it. I just wanted to highlight that.
So right now, Mac is rehearsing the opening line that he was just workshopping with Jimmy in front of the money pile with the cameras. So what they're working on right now will be the opening shot of Beast Games.
And if you are somehow the last one remaining, you will win this $5 million. The largest grand...
Mac's thinking, I could do this so much better.
Why real money?
Is this real?
I think this is fake.
Oh, there was real money. Maybe this.
Is this real or fake money?
There's real money in there. I'm not sure which ones. Because I have like a SWAT team. They're watching everything.
How much of it's real?
I think these stacks are all real, right? Because it doesn't say.
Motion
it's
picture.
got United States of America.
Yeah.
So these are all real.
I do weirdly quite like in these documentaries how there's like, we get to see a little bit of like energy put into like things that aren't that big of a deal, like the smaller things.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between the color.
The fluffed up money is the fake, but then the stacks are real.
Gotcha. Is it, so they did 5 million of real money and then they fluffed it up with fake money? Gotcha. So there is 5, that's what I remember hearing.
You know, like this money pile and whether the notes are real or not, and Jimmy's kind of concern around the fact that there are some notes that are fake. I think just seeing a little bit of that is quite interesting.
Yeah, so there's $5 million of real money sitting on this pyramid right here.
See, look at that smile. He loves it.
You start off facing this way. You're on top of the money. I am standing on $5 million of real cash. And competing for this $5
I just don't like that we use, because what most people are going to see is this, and they're going to say, oh, that says motion picture, and they're going to think this is fake, even though we have $5 million in real cash there. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't think it would be too crazy just to swap this out.
Not too crazy. Oh yeah, because we just pop down the bank, get a couple $1 million out, there's no problem. That's crazy to me, but I guess they've got guys for this sort of stuff.
I'm standing on $5 million, the largest grand prize in entertainment history. Isn't it crazy that this is the largest grand prize in entertainment history?
Smiles back. See, it's just like, he loves this shit. He's more interested in that stuff than like delivering the line. He's just like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yes.
How is the YouTube channel the one doing that?
What is the normal budget for shows? Is it this high?
No.
And that's our first one.
I know.
So Mac is full on in, isn't he? He is in this world now. That's our first one, you know. He's... Yeah, interesting. I didn't know this. Developments.
I am standing on $5 million of...
Which, I gotta say, you know, the channel was pretty well established when he came in. But, you know, I don't know. The whole we know everything thing, I'm like, well...
Of real cash. The largest grand prize in entertainment history. What millimeter are you on right now? You're on like 24 or something?
It's like a 22 full.
Okay.
Right, it's on 4.6.
Would it be, do you think it would look bad to like during the heat of that orbit, like cranking it to like a 50 or a 60? Is that like crazy?
It goes to a 60.
Should we try that?
Yeah, let's try it.
I think Mac's talking about the focal length on the lens. So he's saying like, can we like move in, like zoom in a little bit?
And that's when the lights turn on. Contestants.
Oof. So we want to be all the way around by then. Of course.
So American, isn't it? Of course it's going to be the hardest one.
And Kate, I'm looking at potentially blowing by the far side, circling around.
These headsets are sick. I would love this shit. I would just want to be on set with a headset at any point. I mean, just imagine that. You just like, you know what I mean? You could talk to someone, just be like, boom, in. You know what I mean? Oh, I love that shit.
Around him, finding the people and shooting up towards the stage. Okay.
Kate's like, hell yeah.
Let's go.
All right, everyone ready?
This $5 million are these one.
I can see why they had to change the script, you know, largest entertainment prize in history, this $5 million, and, you know what I mean, it's just, doesn't quite.
Contestants, this show is gonna blow your mind.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of weird though.
On that.
All right, everyone did perfect. All right.
That was literally perfect.
Jim, be careful with I wouldn't do the police officer line in my opinion.
I don't know what that is. What is the police officer line?
Can we, Tyler?
Hi-hat's
Do you
back.
think it would be crazy to? Obviously, this is real, but this is fake. But this is what people are gonna see, and I'm worried they're gonna think the money's fake. And we keep saying it's.
We should have $2.5 million coming tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. If we could just cover this up with real money,
It also put money in the ground here like we're supposed to. We need to make this look like crazy spectacle.
Perfect. Good. Yeah. So if you could just.
Trap doors are depressurized. They are not safe to walk on.
Because I don't want someone to be like, Jimmy.
See, the YouTube guys, they don't give a fuck. Whatever, man. We're cool. We're standing on the things, you know. Then the Amazon guy comes along, is like, get off. It's like, you know, the battle.
It's not real money because this is motion picture.
Yeah. Cool. I'll do my best.
Please take the chain off, Tyler. Please.
You're gonna jump into that.
Bro, I have no idea.
Great question. Who asked that?
You're gonna jump into that.
Samir, yes. I'm interested in that.
Bro, I have no idea.
How much do you think the intro matters in this?
Passes it off as a joke. I love it. He's like, I'm the host.
Dude, I had this freaking headset on. I'm like talking to 20 people at once. It's
good.
crazy. Yo, 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 yo.
Is that weird? Is it?
No, yeah, because the director's in there and she's talking to 40 people and she simplifies it down to like 5 for me. And then she says go, then I tell Jimmy go, and then I'm looking at the camera. Dude, it's crazy.
Does it make you want to like direct more type of stuff?
Yeah, dude, my end goal is to direct movies. Man.
Really?
Yeah. That's my whole end goal. So we're gonna get there someday.
I mean, maybe this is just an operation so big that you have multiple directors. I don't know. I just always thought there needs to be someone who's like, I want to do this shot next. Who is that person? Is that Kate?
Crazy.
Does it make you want to like direct more type of stuff?
Yeah, dude, my end goal is to direct movies. Man.
Really?
Yeah. That's my whole end goal. So we're gonna get there someday.
See, I don't know if they're asking these questions. The sidekick guys thing, trying to get a bit out of him there. I don't know. But they've done it in a very like non-controversial, they've done it in a classy way.
I'm just saying hi to everyone. Sorry for keeping you up so late, but wanted to see how everyone's doing.
How you guys feeling?
These guys are also, they're just filming details. They're following me around, but just ignore the camera. So, I don't know if you guys had any questions or anything you want to talk about. Say hi.
So there's been a lot of controversial press, but do you think that actually helped for the popularity of the show? Because now everybody's talking about it. You're getting a double-edged sword, right?
I mean, people know the show's the thing, that's for sure.
You know, we're weaving in this controversy stuff. It's back. I don't know if I really like people laughing about it like that. But everyone is. So it's a lot of smiles. It's telling, isn't it? You know? Again, you know, they would have probably filmed for like 10, 15 minutes there of the whole interaction. But that's the clip they use. And it's kind of quite telling of what the contestants think about the controversy. They clearly don't really care. And, you know, I guess a lot of them were the ones that went through it the previous time around in Las Vegas.
You guys can go get your sleep. Breakfast is at 6 a.m. now.
Okay, this is wild, right? Look at this guy. He's looking at Jimmy when Jimmy is shaking the previous person's hand. And then he doesn't look at Jimmy when he actually shakes his hand. He looks directly at the camera. That's like something I would do, just completely it up.
This is 6 months of planning coming down to today, day one.
I've been saying it, all of you guys are so cool, but in the game, it's game.
69, feeling fine, winning on my mind.
Right here, right now. I got the belt, dressed for the job you want.
I just want to say hi to them.
They're cool people, Sam. She said they were cool people. They seem cool. They seem really cool. I'm getting tired, my legs are starting to ache.
All right, here we are. You guys remember from Vegas? Remember when we had this little connection? Right? I got good news. One of you will win $5 million. Yeah, I'm also going to give you the secret right now to if you're focused on being in the content here. And I know some of you are going to be really focused on winning that $5 million. We want both, we want everything, right? But if you do want to be conscious, do one thing, just be yourselves. Truly, truly be yourselves. You heard me say it the first round.
There's no greater message than be yourself.
Yeah, baby. Hold on, let me suck it in. I see how it goes.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. My back. No biggie. It's just day one of the biggest show in history. Ow. Ow.
Okay, so here Jimmy's like experiencing some severe back pain of some kind. I like seeing this stuff, you know? This is the real thing of what it takes, the toll on the human body, you know? Stress. We feel stress in our body, and that can come out in things like back pain.
I think I pulled a muscle in my back. I'm having them give me a muscle relaxer.
Do you want the
Before we film?
I don't know how.
How's that gonna affect your energy?
What's up?
How's that gonna?
Yeah, Tyler. Fuck your back, Jimmy. We got to film.
How's that gonna affect your?
I didn't. Well, bro, I can't even move right now. My back is freaks.
Yeah, how's that going to affect the film? Jimmy's like, I can't even fucking move, man. So it's going to affect it pretty badly.
Freaking horrible.
We've done 0 things. How has this happened?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, man. How you want me to massage you? Look toward that.
Traditional versus YouTube. Who was it who said something about the YouTubers like not being professional? You know, I think with Lovely Kate, we can see that maybe there is some truth to that. Sorry, but...
Action, conflict, and Colin and Samir's video right here.
People are gonna think this is staged, and I've been a drama queen. I've literally never had this happen before.
Story producers are responsible for threading together the narrative of everything that happens during an episode.
We're like this. Do you know what? This is actually sick. I always wondered how they do this on reality TV shows. Like, I'm not saying I watch Love Island, okay? Love Island's a show. I don't know if you got it in the US, but in the UK, it's, you know, all these people, hot people, go to a place. It's like Big Brother, whatever, that kind of thing. Reality TV show, you know what? But it's always blown my mind how like every day they would find a narrative and like edit it, build it together, and then have it ready to go out that evening. And seeing how like people monitor real life interactions live, that's really interesting. I didn't know that there were like buttons for like a certain emotion that makes a marker for the editor. That's like...
CIA, we're listening in on every conversation.
If they're just talking about the weather, well, then we'll move on. But if they're starting to talk about their story or what their strategy is, we can dive in there and make it part of the story.
And then we've mapped out like where they are on our quadrant. So green is like something unique about them.
Reds are our alphas, yellows are some family connections, and basically each time anything happens, we can tag them.
So they've got people like marked down as like an alpha. It's like a big character. Wow.
Whether maybe somebody accepts a bribe or there's a big emotional moment. So all those things get tagged over here, and then post-production is able to find that content to edit it together.
Yeah, I guess that's what I pulled.
I knew you had to be organized about it, but that's like, I mean, that's just like, you can imagine 1,000 cameras, and that's just the GoPros, you know, you got all the other cameras as well. Everyone talking, how do you manage all that?
Holy shit.
Just try to take a deep breath in.
Can I have someone come to the stage? Jimmy's just having some back pain. If someone could come talk to him. It's one of our medics.
How's it going? It's my left lat right here. Yeah, it's like killing me.
I don't want to maybe give you a muscle relaxant before you start shooting because you might feel a bit drowsy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
The state I'm in, I can't film. I can't even move without grunting.
What I can do is I can put like Voltaren on it. And that's like an analgesic as well.
Okay.
And then that will kind of like not make you drowsy, right? And
Anything to where I just don't want to feel my left lat.
Is that Mac on top of the money? Maybe he pulled Jimmy's back muscle somehow. And he's practicing his hosting role.
1,000 contestants! Their cue to start that lighting pattern, which works really well, is when you say 1,000. So just have like the highest energy ever, like you're announcing like.
And competing for it are 1,000 contestants.
And competing for it are 1,000 contestants.
Okay. And then no.
1,000!
All right, I want to show you this.
Oh God. So that's basically Tyler going, yeah, Mac, yours was better than Jimmy's. And remember, just do it like this.
So it's completely
Yeah, I already noticed.
And I couldn't do it. I did all I could. But here's what I will say. We had 100 briefcases at the front.
Yep.
And it would look dumb, so instead now we actually got 1 million more. I think that money's real. I just can't put it in this one.
Yeah.
Because we can't merge the two.
It does sound like Tyler's about to say there, we can't afford to.
Just can't put it in this one.
Yeah.
Because we can't merge the two.
But he stopped himself. And then he changed it to, oh, we just can't merge them. And then in the next clip, he expresses how expensive it is to unmerge them if you merge them.
If you merge the two bills, apparently it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars of labor to unmerge them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, you know, that is a lot of money. I just thought it was interesting that, was he about to say we can't afford it? You know, but fair enough, you know? Fuck, I couldn't afford a fucking millionth of what they're doing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, wait.
Alright, let's do it. Let's just start filming.
Agreed. Here.
Contestants
Carl,
are
can you fix
almost
my
here,
car?
I think.
So the money pile story ends and they were unable to replace the fake money. I do think it is a very Squid Gamesy kind of vibe, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's kind of, a lot of this seems like based on that as like an inspiration, which is fine. But, you know, let's call a spade a spade.
How's the back, Jim?
Horrible.
Really?
Yeah. Oh well.
Samir asking Jimmy about his back here. It's interesting, isn't it? You know, I've never filmed a documentary like this, so I don't know how much like Samir is thinking when he asks that. You know, is he thinking, oh, this is one of our like key narratives in the last couple of scenes? You know, is he thinking about it from that place, or is he just asking Jimmy a bunch of stuff and then the editor is coming out and picking these narratives out? Because I can guarantee that there'll be a bunch of more stuff filmed that is not included in the doc because it would feel random. You know, it's like really important that we don't go too far outside of our main storylines. Because if you just start bringing in all these like different jokes and all these different places and all these random little things will feel like they're not rounded off, you know? And so even if just by Samir asking this question here, we've seen that Jimmy's been expressed in his agony, back pain. It feels quite nice to just be a bit like, yeah, it's still bad. Oh well. That feels like that storyline is kind of rounded off, you know? And yeah, I think that's just like, I think the process like to get there, like how much is that thought about? I think because it's a clever thing to do. It's good.
Round two? I didn't say Colin could compete.
Hey, Samir, I'm off the clock. Samir, I'm off the clock.
I'll see you guys in a minute.
This is easy. We got this.
That's funny. That's a good little scene. I like it.
Time to take over TV.
Good luck, man.
All right, we're not taking over TV yet. I'm gonna go in the right hangar and then we'll take over TV.
See, even this tiny little scene here of Mac going into the wrong hangar, like to me that fully represents the whole story arc of Mac. Like throughout this whole documentary, it felt to me like this Mac story arc was about him kind of like trying to get to the top and always being like shut down by someone, whether it's shut down by Kate or shut down by Jimmy.
Competing for this, I just don't like that we use, because
anyone.
I don't know.
And then this little scene with going into the wrong hangar, it's just perfect, you know? It's like, oh, I'm about to go and take over TV. Oh wait, that's the wrong hangar. It's like, fuck, you know? The filmmakers must have been like, oh my God, thank God this happened. Because it's actually just a genuine mistake that anyone could have made. But it's just a perfect analogy for Mac's whole storyline in this doc. 872-124! Okay, so we got to the main filming day, the main start of when everyone can start competing in the challenge. And this is where our documentary started, remember? The strings are kind of, I recognize them.
872-124! First, buy my brother a wedding present.
Buy my dad a house.
Pay off my student debt.
Pay off Trevor's mom's mortgage.
I'm committed, I'm determined, I'm ready for war.
I think I will win, and I have really good luck.
I need some luck in life.
I did a 100-page critical analysis.
I didn't make it this far just to go home.
I know that I'm here for a reason.
I've got a team of Avengers. There's 30 of us. We're loyal.
Frankly, no one's as good as a team as we are.
And I think that qualifies me to potentially win.
All right, man, good luck.
Go Avengers.
This is stage left.
Okay, so this whole ending section with the contestants and hearing from the contestants and stuff, this is a really great way to cut it together. You know, as you can imagine, when you're filming this stuff, you probably spend maybe a minute or so with each contestant. Now, that minute might be condensed down to maybe 15 seconds of good stuff that you might want to use. Now, rather than having these all one after another, just here's this person, here's this person, here's this person, how this is edited, much like our storylines here, is broken up, scattered around, and then reorganized one after another. And that really helps keep our pace up whilst we're watching this, because our brain can actually tie together the different storylines from each contestant, because the gap between them is only a couple of seconds. So by editing it like this, it's kind of helping our brain continue to work as opposed to get bored. And then it's nicely rounded off with Colin going, great, thanks, or good luck. And what he's really saying there in the documentary is good luck to everyone that's just spoken.
This is stage left. This is stage right.
They only seem to be on this left side. Kate, I only got contestants on the left side.
Hey, Kate, where is the rest of the contestants? What are you doing? I'm sorry, was that, they're still in security?
It feels like every single shot, just even in this little sequence to do with people going through security, they link from one to another. So, we've just seen all the contestants stuff, talking about them, they're outside, and then we're just inside the hangar now, and there's a guy going left side, stage right. Now we've got a shot of Mac on this screen, which is obviously filmed from like a control room or something. And then we've got a shot of Mac in person talking about being on the left side. And then we've got a shot of contestants on one side and not another side.
Kate, I only got contestants on the left side.
Mac asking after Kate, which kind of fits in with our narrative a little bit.
I'm sorry, was that, they're still in security?
Okay, so now we're getting an answer from Kate that they're still in security. Conflict. And what's Samir doing? He's rubbing Jimmy's back. No, he's not. He's helping. I don't know how he got roped into doing that.
905, let's go.
What are we doing? There's a lot of bottlenecks I'm trying to fix. So there's a bottleneck there.
Okay, so this is our resolution to the conflict we've just seen.
Do you still want this? Because this is happening. No, I don't. Yeah, I know. This is still. Just make sure you don't have another bottleneck right here.
It's not a resolution yet, but we've got it resolving within this debate.
Just not moving people in because they're waiting on one.
Have someone in a guard outfit stand in line with them as if they're that person, and they go and get traded in.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay, I'll do that, you do this.
What am I doing? Just tell them to stop it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's somewhat resolved, I guess.
Ready to cue.
Attention to all guards when the light comes on, and to all contestants as well. Lights.
Oh, and this shot of Jimmy with the music, it's pretty cool that. I won't lie, that fits in very well. It's like all this chaos around him, people doing God knows what with security and all these things, and Jimmy's just lying on his money, waiting for everyone to arrive, Yeah, I like it.
Come on, you can start walking.
And you know what? The funny thing is, that shot might have been from another day. It could have been. I'm not saying it was, but it could have been. And that's fine with me. I don't care, you know? Nothing. Stories, they're edited. Everything is edited. And nothing can be 100% authentic.
Rolling set on all cameras, coming to lights up on Derby, stand by, coming to lights up on Jimmy. In 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I am standing on $5 million in cash and competing for this.
All right, let's just take a second to really take this in. What are we seeing here? That is wild. I mean, look at this control room. It's like fucking... Okay, we got different quads. I don't know what a quad is, but there must be a set of cameras or something. And then we've got the time. Is that the time? Like, what is that? 21:25. That surely can't be the time. No, it can't be because it was light outside.
$5 million are these 1,000 contestants. Bring them on in.
Come on, nothing wrong with that.
And through these insane,
Oh, it's back.
emotional and psychological challenges.
Oh, I would love to be in that control room. Headset on, you know, standing there, screens in front of you. Boom, boom, boom. I love that shit.
The 1,000 of you, down to one winner of this $5 million.
$5 million. You gotta add a bit of grit at the throat. $1 million. Oh.
Alright, are you guys ready to begin?
Okay, so the ending is basically just like all the records that were broken, that kind of thing, you know, which obviously there's gonna be a lot because just the nature of the show. It is crazy, and you know, what are they gonna do with season 2? You know what I mean? They're gonna have some serious thinking about that. You know, really think about it. What can you possibly do for season 2? I can't think of anything. Don't know. Maybe more prize money? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I should tell them about that.
Crazy. Like, I don't think we realized, like, just how special what we just filmed.
And the smile's still there. He loves it.
I don't even know how we pulled it off.
I mean, today was a really crazy day.
And so the video ends with Colin and Samir just signing off the documentary, which is nice.
All right, see ya.
I've got one little thing to say about that at the end, and this is all with love. And you know what? Other creators and filmmakers watching this is for you too. I shouldn't really say this because there are no like rules, obviously, but I think it works really well when it goes to black. You know, the idea is you're putting your hand over the lens so it goes to black, and then, you know, you can go cut to a black screen or something, or come out of black in another shot, you know? I'll show you now. You know, like that transition is quite nice, isn't it? If you just cut straight back to another shot, it's like, but obviously do what you like. Again, but you know, just look at the view count. According to Mac, what do I know? If you ain't got the views, your videos are shit. I need to go home. That was fun though, I had fun today. And yeah, this one was just an energy one. This one, I was feeling the energy for it. And I enjoyed it, which is what this is all about. We make videos because we love it, not because they can get us views. Because honestly, the few times I've had views, it's actually not as exciting as you think. I had really severe heart palpitations during one of them. So, I don't know if that's for me. Anyway guys, this time have a good Christmas. Said in the last video. Love you guys, bye.
Everything about that was like crazy. Like, I don't think we realized, like,